The Australian cattle dog known as the Blue Heeler is unique in quite a few ways. Does it make it a good pet, however, or is it strictly a working breed? Is it true that it's descendant from the Australian dingo? Today, we'll check out 10 things only Blue Heeler dog owners understand. 10. Develop to herd and protect cattle. In the 1800s, the Hall family owned vast acreage of land and increasingly large herds of cattle. They relied heavily on their dogs to move, maintain, and protect their cattle. Noreen Clark, writing of the Hall family and their dogs. Need for them herding dogs became extreme during the 1830s. The phasing out of convict transportation foreshadowed labor shortage, and the Halls would become increasingly dependent on their own family members, and particularly on their dogs, as their land holdings increased. That speaks of the early beginnings of the Australian cattle dog, almost 200 years ago. But perhaps even more important to the Australian cattle dog breed was the many years of selecting, culling, and breeding by reputable owners dedicated not only to maintaining the integrity of the breed, but also to improve it as much as possible. Number 9. Very athletic and excel at many doggy sports and activities. Australian cattle dogs are very athletic, high energy, easy to train, and can excel in many different sports and activities. Participating in sports with your dog is a good way for him to get physical exercise and mental stimulation. It is also a great way to build a bond between the two of you. Just a few that you might try are herding, agility, obedience, tracking or scent work, frisbee or disc, dock diving, IPO, Schutzhund. Number 8. Why they have such unique coat. The Blue Heeler's unique coat is due to breeding collies and other herding dogs with dingoes. Let's take a look at the most obvious thing first, the Blue Heeler's gorgeous coat. It comes in blue, blue speckled, or blue molted varieties with usually a bit of tan and sometimes black on the paws and parts of the head. All in all, this is a truly unique look. The reason this appearance isn't seen anywhere else in the canine world is that Blue Heelers were bred by mixing collies and other shepherd breeds with the native Australian dingo wild dog. But the Blue Heeler's coat is more than just pretty, it's also highly functional, short and dense. It has 2 layers, a thick and water-resistant upper layer and an even denser undercoat that offers excellent insulation. This way, even though this is an Australian breed, the Blue Heeler is suitable for almost all climates. As for shedding, it's not nearly as bad as some other popular double-coated breeds like Lab Retrievers, Huskies, or German Shepherds. There is still the usual blowout twice a year. So of course, some extra grooming is recommended around fall and springtime. 2 annual visits to the professional groomer can also be very helpful. The rest of the time, however, your dog will do just fine with some light brushing a couple of times a week. 7. Australian cattle dog puppies are born white. As they get a little older, the Blue Heeler puppy will start to get black hair growing in among the white hair. This is what gives the appearance of the blue color. Their blue will seem to be either lighter or darker depending on the amount of black hair that grows in. The Red Heeler puppy will have brown hair grow into the white. 6. There is a Red Heeler equivalent of this breed. Blue Heelers are often called Australian cattle dogs, but they are actually only one type of Australian cattle dogs. That's because the breed has a red-coated equivalent, typically called a Red Heeler. These dogs have pretty much the same ancestry, a mix of dingoes and collies, plus other shepherd breeds. Pretty much the only difference with the Blue Heeler is the color of the coat. In this case, it's either black with shades of red, speckled red, or completely reddish. As breeders liked both color variations, they've kept the 2 sub-breeds mostly separated and avoided interbreeding. Number 5. This breed is almost an ideal all-purpose pet. Most shepherd breeds are notorious for being great family pets, and the Blue Heeler is hardly an exception. Shepherd breeds are naturally social, obedient, and smart, and they get along with other animals by definition, as that's the main part of their workday. In addition to being an excellent family pet and a herding breed, the Blue Heeler has also been utilized as a hunting companion. The Blue Heeler fits this capacity too, mostly as a tracking, locating, and retrieving dog. The breed's high intelligence and trainability, coupled with its loyalty and endurance, make it quite proficient at the task. If you're worried that this hunting side gig and/or the breed's dingo ancestry makes it ill-suited for family life, you can relax. Many other hound breeds also make for fantastic family pets, and all dogs are technically descendants from wild canines anyway. Lastly, as a cattle dog, the Blue Heeler also has some protective instincts. This isn't a dedicated guard or watchdog breed, of course, but if you want, you can train a heeler to be a more guarded pet too. Number 4, the Blue Heeler is one of the most intelligent dog breeds out there. All shepherds are highly intelligent, but some are even more gifted than others. While most experts still put the Border Collie at the top of most intelligence rankings, the Blue Heeler is a part of the chasing pack alongside German Shepherds, Poodles, and Golden Retrievers. That high intelligence, coupled with the breed's loyalty and high work ethic, means that these dogs are very trainable. Obedience training is, of course, still a must, but it's also much more doable than with some other breeds. And once you've gotten that out of the way, you can train your Blue Heeler to do pretty much anything a dog can be expected to do. Number 3, Blue Heelers are pretty healthy and have a high life expectancy. As a cross between relatively healthy shepherd breeds and the wild dingo, a breed naturally safe from inbreeding, the Blue Heeler is also quite healthy. Of course, some ailments are possible if you're unlucky or if you don't take good care of your dog. Namely, you should watch out for hip dysplasia, deafness, and certain eye problems. Overall, however, the average life expectancy of this breed is about 15 years, which is pretty great for a dog of this size. And of course, this is just an average. With good heritage, good care, and good luck, a Blue Heeler can live up to 20 years and sometimes even beyond. In fact, a Blue Heeler holds the record for the oldest known dog. It's Bluey, a 29-year-old Blue Heeler from Rochester, Australia. Number 2, need a good amount of physical and mental exercise. As you'd expect from a cattle dog, Blue Heelers are very athletic. They have high endurance, and they love running around, playing, and working. Thankfully, they are relatively medium in size, otherwise, they need almost constant exercise. Sitting at an average weight of 35 to 45 pounds and height of 17 to 20 inches, Blue Heelers are generally satisfied with an hour and a half of outdoor exercise a day. Had the breed been bigger, you could expect them to need over 2 hours of playtime outside. Still, even 90 is a lot, and it should be divided into 2 separate walks. Keep in mind that this doesn't include yard time, that's extra. If you don't have a yard, a Blue Heeler can technically live in an apartment, but you do well to give your dog even more outdoor playtime to compensate. Number 1, social and friendly. Blue Heelers get along with almost anyone. Lastly, as a shepherd breed, you can expect a Blue Heeler to get along with almost anyone and anything. Proper socialization is a must first, however, preferably as early in the dog's life as possible. Do that, and your Blue Heeler should get along pretty easily with other people, dogs, and even non-canine pets. Just be careful with some extra small pet breeds, such as hamsters, as they might trigger the dog's prey drive. Also, remember that the Blue Heeler isn't exactly a normal shepherd. Instead, it's a cattle dog. This means that the breed has a tendency to nip at the heels when it wants to cattle someone or something. This is a behavior you can train out of the dog if you want, but it's generally harmless. We'd recommend keeping this in mind only if you have really small children. All in all, the Blue Heeler is categorically a special dog breed. Everything from their looks, through their temperament and intelligence, all the way to their history and work. Blue Heelers are a one-of-a-kind breed. We honestly can't pinpoint the reason why these dogs aren't more popular, especially since Australian Shepherds often rank near the top 10 of most breed popularity charts. Maybe the heeler's unique look is a bit too out there for many people, or the relatively recent dingo ancestry worries some. Whatever the case, we definitely think this is one of those breeds that deserves to be way more popular. Do let us know in the comments if you like this breed. Please subscribe to the Amazing Dogs. Thanks for watching.